how you partner across different challenges and boundaries of state lines to promote economic development, to promote workforce issues, to promote your families that live in your communities. It's inspirational. There are so many communities that get hung up on their problems, where all you do as a tri-state group of folks focused on your community is you focus on solutions, and that is fantastic. Everybody on my team knows that if they're going to bring me a problem, that they need to, immediately when they bring that problem to me, they need to have 2 or 3 solutions. You can't get hung up on a problem so much so that you forget what your mission is. In fact, someone reminded me not too long ago that if you're still dealing with a problem you were dealing with last year, then you've lost sight of your mission. And you need to gather people back together and refocus on what your purpose is and stay at it. You do that better than virtually any other group of individuals that I know of. So thank you for continuing this conference. Thank you for continuing to invite us to come. And thank you so much for making it a priority to get some of us normal governors together. I feel like we're just normal human beings. Don't you kind of feel like that after listening to these last 2 speeches? Like, thank God there's genuine, normal human beings in these positions in other states. Kim, I always forget that you didn't graduate from college or get your degree until a little later in life. Me too. I finished my degree when I was my first year in Congress, which was interesting because I had a lot of people that were, at that time, I don't know if you did, online classes, discussion forums online. There was people that were signing up for classes just so they could read what my thoughts were in a lot of these classes and read my papers. But was so thankful to get that done and completed, because as my sister had said to me, I'm surprised you never finished your degree. You don't usually quit anything. And so at that point in my life, I didn't necessarily need a degree to add to my resume. I needed it because that's right. I didn't want to be someone who didn't complete jobs that were in front of me. And Jim, I relate a little bit to, the Yellowstone series a little bit too. John Dutton was pretty inspirational for me. He reminds me a lot of my dad, so that's pretty much what I grew up with, which can be a little scary. But so I love the fact, because that analogy with you, I think, really is familiar to me. What's interesting to me is when that series came out, you guys don't know this, is I loved it, of course. A lot of what they were dealing with, I could see similarities in my life, and even some of the relationships that are on the ranch, and then also within government and entities that the government deals with. What I didn't realize is that all of a sudden I started getting these packages in the mail. And I started opening these packages, and they were all these t-shirts. I mean, they came from all over the country. And I got a couple from overseas too that said, you opened up the t-shirt, and maybe you've seen these t-shirts, but it says, "Don't make me go Beth Dutton on you." I bet I got 50 of those t-shirts sent to me.